So today in this video, I'm going to show you how to make some spoop-tastic ears. So let's get our crafting pants on and begin. So you're going to first want to get your ear sew line and trace it and make your patterns. I will link a video of Syria's down below because I used her patterns for my patterns. So I'll make sure to link a video down below so you can get that. So right now I'm just cutting those out. You're going to need 4 similar patterns on there for that. And I use scissors in this one, and I do have like a another tool that you can use as well that I'll show you in some other videos that I plan on making. So after I did that, I went and I made the pattern for the inside, I guess you could say, of the ear, and I took cardboard and made the patterns to cut for that. I will say that I use like Jim Shore boxes, and the cardboard is very thick, so it's a little bit harder to work with. So I would definitely recommend thinner cardboard. I just wanted to try to use the cardboard that I have in my house. It should just try to help save the environment. But yeah, definitely just be aware of that. You will end up getting 4. I'm just doing the 2 right now to show you what I do, because you'll need 4 to make 2 sets of ears. And so I do kind of try to smush it down a little bit to make it a little bit easier to work with. Like I said, the cardboard box is very thick, so it's hard. So then I just kind of measure out and see, and I put a line of glue around the rim of the ear, and then you will put your fabric on top of it. And it's okay if your stuff like pops off when you're trying to fill it. I have that happen to me all the time. So you just rub it down as much as you can. And then I found using like a pen to fill it is a little bit easier. It keeps the fabric down from popping up. But if it does pop up, just go ahead and put some more glue on and glue it back down. So do it to where you like, and then I went and started folding around the edges to make it a little bit easier to glue. But your excess, you're going to glue around the ear on there. Be careful, the glue is really hot, so if you don't have like some kind of tool, it will burn. And then you just do that again for all the other ears as well. Stuff, fill, and wrap. And then when you have 2 equal parts, you're gonna kind of place them together. Mine were a little bit off, but with my trimming, it was okay to hide it. So if yours are not exactly the same, it's okay. Just use a trim to hide it, and nobody will be able to tell. And then generously glue the inside of the ear so that way you can stick them together. So I just did the outside and then the inside to stick them right on together. And then just push them down as best as you can. And like I said, with mine, they weren't completely even, but I am going to put a trim on it, which kind of makes it easier to see. And then all the decorations I put on these, no one will ever see. So I used like a burlap string yarn thing to wrap my ears with this time. And I just glued in the center line, and I wrapped the ear with said string. And then for these ones, I used a little eek sign from Hobby Lobby, and I will say these ears are a little bit heavier. They're more probably decoration-y or just like a short wear around the parks or in your video. But I just really wanted to make ears like this, but because of that eek sign, it did make them a little bit heavier. But I just found my placement, and I placed it on the ear, and then I grabbed a headband just to make sure that the sign wasn't hanging down too much, so that way I could still glue the ear onto the headband. And then you're going to repeat those other steps to make your other ear. So I just kind of skipped forward to show you me gluing them back together. And then for the decoration of this ear, I also got it from, I got these from Michael's, not Hobby Lobby. But I got this little cute spider, and I just used some, like, I don't even know what they are. They're little, like, wire cutters, I think. And I kind of moved the legs around to figure out how I'd like it, and placed it on to the ear and put a lot of glue to keep it on there. And kind of just moved the legs around to try to figure it out. I pressed for a long time just to make sure that it did not come off, because like I said, these are more decorations for wreaths than for ears. And then I do like to wrap my ears. I'm trying to not have to feel obligated to wrap them every time, but I just cut a long piece of fabric and I glue a few points. So I glue the bottom tip point, and then I glue like two closer to where the ears would sit, and then one on the other side. I just like that effect more because you can't really see the glue line as if when you do glue one straight line down. And then just cut your excess off, and then I go through wrapping. My wrapping part never looks perfect. I try to trim to where I can, but it's okay because I put a lace middle or some kind of middle on it to hide hide the gross parts of it, and then just kind of cut to make it fit with everything. And then this one you will have to do a glue line all the way through, but it's okay because it's on the bottom so no one can really see. And then I decided I was going to take that same burlap string and wrap the ears with it. I glued it in a few different spots on there and just wrapped it around the whole ear, or the whole band, I guess I should say. And I find like having spots periodically through gluing helps because then it's not falling all over the place, so you can kind of get a better look of how you want things. And so once I did that, I figured out my placement, and then I did find, like I said, these were heavier, so I had to let them sit a little bit longer with the glue because, like I said, they just kind of were falling when I picked them up right away. As you can see, it was not having it. So I just pressed it back down for a little bit longer to help it stick together. and then that's how they looked. And now onto my bow. So I choose a fabric I like, and then to make it a little bit thicker, I put like a fleece fabric in between. So I just cut out the length I think that will work the best. Sometimes you kind of have to just play and adjust, and then I cut a fleece fabric to go in the middle of it just to help with the thickness of the bow. And then you'll just glue all the way through so that way it helps not have weird lifts on it. So I just glue that down. It is still hot through the fabric, so just beware, but just kind of set it down as best as you can. Do that on each side. And then you'll do it on the other ones, and on this one too, I like to try to go up a little bit more just to help give it a little bit better of a stick so that they don't stick out. And then I fold it. I was trying to make it where they were, the things were facing the right way, but I couldn't. So I just fold it the other way, and I just give it a lot of glue to help it stick down, and give it a little bit of a hamburger style fold on there. And then after I glue it, I just pinch the center of the bow down, and it gives me that shape I like. And then I just glue the 2 points where they reach, and then the middle, the back point where just the two meet, just to kind of keep it. And then I wrap it, and I decided to wrap it with the same string I wrapped everything else with. And sorry for my bad framing. I'm still trying to figure out angles. And for this, I normally just do two little spots of glue, one to start and then wrap, and then one to finish. And I just stick the bow in the middle, and sometimes I glue the bow down onto the ear like itself and not just the headband, just kind of depending on how it looks and if that helps with the structure of the ears. Just hold that, and then you have your finished product. I glue the front and the back too, just to kind of push it down some. But there you go, there's your finished product. And I just messed with the legs a little bit more because I was thinking about maybe trying to wrap it, but I just didn't like the way that had looked. So I just kind of pushed them up and called it good. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and let me know what you think of the ears, and have a wonderful, fantastic, spooktastic day. Thanks!